In 2026, at the World Economic Forum in Davos, conversations around artificial intelligence, automation, and Industry 4.0 have moved decisively beyond experimentation. The central challenge now is scale. How to turn digital ambition into sustained, measurable impact on the factory floor under real-world constraints such as energy costs, supply chain disruption, and workforce capability. Launched in 2018, the Global Lighthouse Network is the forum's flagship initiative for identifying industrial sites that have successfully implemented fourth industrial revolution technologies in live production environments, not in laboratories, innovation hubs, or isolated pilot projects. The term Lighthouse is deliberate. These factories serve as reference points for global industry, showing how digital transformation can be executed, scaled, and sustained. Lighthouse status is granted only to individual manufacturing sites that demonstrate proven, measurable impact. To qualify, plants must show that advanced technologies, including artificial intelligence, advanced analytics, industrial IoT, robotics and automation, are embedded across daily operations. Candidates undergo a rigorous multi-stage evaluation led by the World Economic Forum and supported by independent experts. Performance claims are verified against hard data, including productivity gains, energy efficiency, emissions reduction, and workforce upskilling. Only a small fraction of applicants meet the threshold. This strict approach reflects a broader reality highlighted repeatedly at Davos. Around 70% of companies that begin digital transformation fail to scale it. Lighthouses are increasingly treated as blueprints for the future of industry, offering evidence that digital technologies can strengthen resilience, reduce environmental impact, and empower workers, even in energy-intensive and resource-based sectors.
Azerbaijan's SOCAR Carbamide plant has received international recognition, being accepted into the World Economic Forum's Global Lighthouse Network and awarded the Forum's Digital Lighthouse Award. This is a major achievement. The plant is the first in Azerbaijan and Central Asia to join the Global Lighthouse Network. It also makes SOCAR the only energy company worldwide to hold 3 Digital Lighthouse Awards following previous wins for the Petchem petrochemical complex and the Star refinery. The award recognizes SOCAR Carbamide rapid transformation through Industry 4.0 technologies, including artificial intelligence, advanced automation, and digital control systems.
It is within this global context that SOCAR Carbamide in Sumqayit was selected, placing Azerbaijan on the World Economic Forum's global map of Industry 4.0 implementation, alongside leading industrial sites in Europe, Asia, and North America.
Having the platform that standardizes approach to technologies, to scaling up implementation, to upskilling employees is a very important framework that we have been following. You're absolutely right, it's the 3rd time that SOCAR has been awarded. First was Petchem and Star oil refinery companies in Turkey. This is the first time for Azerbaijan and even Central Asian region to achieve that accomplishment.
For the World Economic Forum, Lighthouse recognition is framed less around individual digital projects than around demonstrating how digital transformation functions as a system across people, processes, and technology.
For SOCAR, it doesn't mean that we have been successful implementing some projects. It means that we have successfully implemented systematic approach to digital transformation. And we cannot achieve it by ourselves. Of course, we involve local vendors, we upskill people, we change policies and procedures, we make them AI ready. And this on a bigger scale for our region and for our country in particular means that our vendors will be more mature, our employees means our nation will be more digital aware and digital mature.
At SOCAR Carbamide, that system was tested under intense global pressure. Since 2022, geopolitical tensions have disrupted fertilizer supply chains and complicated access to natural gas, the plant's primary raw material. Operating close to maximum capacity, the challenge was stark. Produce more, consume less, and remain reliable.
Currently, our plant is running with 102%, 103% capacity. After startup of the plant, there was some bottlenecks as part of operation, and at the same time, it was a relatively new plant. With implementation of AI solutions, robotic solutions, real-time optimizer solutions, and implementation of the advanced process control systems, and process historian, using the process historian database, with knowing all the trends, we managed to optimize our production and increase the production capacity around 21%, and we achieved 100 to 103% production. And in the meantime, we reduced our operating costs. We reduced gas consumption for the per ton of urea production, and this was managed with combination or synergy created by our digital teams, by our operation teams, and proficiency of our operation teams, and especially Carbamide plant production team.
Crucially, digital transformation was not confined to engineers or data scientists. Through no-code platforms, AI-enabled interfaces and robotics, frontline operators were given direct control over optimization tools, a model reflecting the forum's broader discussions on AI democratization, where innovation moves from central IT teams to the shop floor. This approach reflects a wider shift highlighted at Davos. As AI systems move from automating tasks to orchestrating decisions, operators increasingly transition from doing to overseeing.
This is a synergy of all the data that we are collecting from the plant, Internet of Things, and analyzing of this data, doing simulations, on real-time simulations, and based on that, helping our operation team to proceed with fast decisions, and with that optimizing our costs and increasing our capacity. Some examples that I can provide, as you know, Carbamide plant has electricity and steam production at the same time. So one of the solutions is that we have real-time optimizer, which is helping us to decide whether we need to buy electricity from the grid or we need to produce internally and to use it in consumption.
From the World Economic Forum's perspective, SOCAR Carbamide represents more than a successful factory. It illustrates how a resource-based economy can move up the value chain, and how heavy industry can reduce emissions while increasing output with digital skills embedded directly into the workforce rather than outsourced.
We used robotics tools as part of our analysis, which helped our maintenance team to collect data. We have Boston Dynamics robots in the site, which help us to collect data, and based on that, our team are doing their job much faster, collecting information much frequently, and having better control. And meantime, we are also using digital AI featured glasses, which help us to make sure that our site team collect information, and in the meantime, our expert team, or let's say any third-party expert, can see and witness the data from the site and help us with the implementation of the solution. These are some examples, but as I told, there is more than 42 cases, and we try to utilize it in this plant, and whatever we are implementing here, we are trying to utilize in most of our plants in Azerbaijan or outside of Azerbaijan in the other assets of SOCAR.
The shift from digital ambition to industrial impact is ultimately reflected not in concepts, but in output.
Carbamide plant's capacity is 650,000 tons. And last year, let's say, our highest production was, I think, in 2024, and it was after implementation all the projects that we did here, it was around 652,000 tons. And before that, as I told you, we had some drawbacks, and we were not able to produce products more than 500,000 tons, 520, 530. And after implementation of all of these solutions, we managed to reach the redesign capacity and go beyond of design capacity, and meantime to reduce consumption of gas much less than our design capacity.
At a time when AI progress is increasingly constrained by energy availability, physical infrastructure and skilled labor, the Lighthouse model offers something rare, proof of scalable transformation under real industrial conditions. For Azerbaijan, SOCAR Carbamide's inclusion in the global Lighthouse network places the country firmly on the global Industry 4.0 map, not as a follower, but as a contributor, helping define how industrial transformation is executed, measured, and sustained.